Well. Good morning to everybody out there in TV land, YouTube land. How's everybody doing this morning? Crypto Info Blockchain Made Easy here with Frank the Crypto Tank. Saturday, July 26th, 7:18 a.m. Mountain Time. Today's topic up on the board, people. Now look, that ain't Moon Boy hype. You know it ain't. Come on now, guys. XRP's got a real good shot. Not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Never buy or say or sell anything because of what we talk about on the channel. Tap like and subscribe, please, if you like the content that we put out. And don't forget, we have an interview coming with Jim Bizzani from Caleb and Brown coming up August 18th. At 5:30 p.m. Please join us. That's Mountain Time, 5:30 p.m. Please join us live in the comments. Today's topic, before we do that, how about if we jump onto, why don't we go ahead and jump onto the crypto market today. Crypto market coming at 3.88 trillion and 64 for a fear and greed index rating or number or percentage or sway, let's just say. Bitcoin coming in at 118,222 and Ethereum's in at 3,749 for an Ethereum, up 1% on the day and 5% on the week for Ethereum. Bitcoin's about flat on the 7-day and 1.8% up on the day. XRP is coming in at $3.18. Excuse me, down 6.69% on the week. Nice buying ops, 1.97% on the 1 day. Never financial advice. Nice buying ops for me. That's what I would do. Now, Stellar's in at 43 cents. Up 2.86% on the day, so not much movement. Please don't forget Caleb and Brown. Why? We're going to talk about why coming up Monday, August 18th, like I said, 5:30 Mountain Time, 5:30 p.m. with Jim Bizzani from Caleb and Brown, and why we want to think about when it comes time to cash out. We don't want to be stuck holding the ball. You know, I don't want to just be well off on paper from cryptocurrency. I want it to actually be a reality. We've got my first X post up here today. Yes, agreeing. I know we see altcoin daily, and that's what this was a response to. Altcoin daily, kind of, they're about XRP now. You know, folks come around. I know we're trying to let go of the dissension because I realize I did it too with the old Bitcoin and Ethereum. So I said, yes, I agree, guys. What you say is true. Let's do our best to bridge this, the contentious gap between the projects that are clunky. And I do mean a contentious gap. We have to, let's stop doing this. That are clunky, like a Bitcoin or an Ethereum, but blaze the trail between that and the utility-based projects that take value movement across this planet to the speed and efficiency levels that we've been waiting for, like UFO speed. That's my first post, and I guess it was a response to someone. I guess it wasn't a post. Let's post one now. Can we? No? How come I can't? I don't know why I can't. Because I'm new on X and I don't know what I'm doing. But anyway, that's my first response on X. All right, guys, getting back to business here and today's topic. And by the way, good morning, Luke, and happy Saturday, Mental Jock. Good morning. 5:20 p.m., 12-hour difference. A few Guineas. Oh, yeah, enjoy the Guinness. Please enjoy the Guinness, Mental Jock. And good morning, Luke. And yes, I love myself some Guinness. I've backed off for a little bit here, particularly from the beer because of my belly. Guys, let's get into today's video today. Today's topic, XRP to $20. Can this happen? By the way, drop in the comments if you think this actually can happen. Mr. Luke and Mr. Mental Jack, what do you think about a $20 XRP? This is what I love about the live, is that we actually can talk to each other. I've been told to be careful, to make sure you stay on topic and not just get too caught up in the chat, and I agree 100%. And Will Jones, how you doing this morning? Will Jones is saying, good morning, Will. Saying 750 to 1,500 in 2025 for an XRP, and 1,500 to 5K for an XRP by the end of 2026. Wow, Will. Now, look, I ain't going to disagree with you, because here's the thing. I could say, within reason, I could say whatever I want, because I'm a tank, and I like to tank crap like a bull in a china shop, and I knock my set apart. I smack my set apart. Accidentally, I don't mean to. I tank crap apart. Anyway, the tank says I agree, Will. Well, I want to agree. I don't know if it could go that well. It does suffer. Guys, we know about thin liquidity, right? And we know about how in the beginning here, Will could be right. This could happen. I could say whatever I want. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just going to be like, look at his record's tarnished. You know, I'm not a financial advisor. I mean, come on, I'm out here having fun with you guys. It's not for financial advice. This is not, you have to seem credible. And, well, yeah, I'm credible enough. I mean, you can tell I'm a smart guy, right? Know what I'm doing. I mean, I can't come out here and tell you I don't have this big financial background. I've only learned this stuff about 6 years ago. And that's the beauty of this whole thing, is I'm a contractor getting ready to show this planet, amongst many others, on YouTube, that anybody can do this thing and free themselves from the shackles of chasing the green dollars and trading the only thing we have, which is time in this life, for the green dollars. Why is he whispering again? I don't know. I try to bring my voice down so I'm not all crazy all the time. I try to get calm. Guys, XRP is going to freaking crank to the moon by the end of this year, and I could say whatever the hell I want in that regard, because I can be moon boy if I want to, because I'm not a financial advisor. I don't have this background to protect like a Raoul Pal talking about the banana zone, and if that don't happen, he's screwed. Just don't walk these old, Raoul Pal. I love Raoul Pal, by the way. I love to do my little impersonations. Come on, I love this guy. So let's get real. XRP is going to crank. It suffers from thin liquidity. Let's just hit on that, because I'm not going to say it and not talk about it. I will get to the topic. I'm not trying to tease. Don't worry. We need to say these things. Guys, here's the thing to preface with this, okay? To even think that this can happen or see it as a possibility for any of us, right? Isn't it true that we have to know about thin liquidity? Because otherwise, we'd be like, those guys are kind of right, that are saying, not that much could come in and send it that high. Well, yeah, only a little bit has to come in onto the ledger to send it cranking, like millions or billions in the end, in terms of value realization for what's brought onto the ledger activity-wise. You guys know that. I think it's every billion that's brought on. Guys, help me with this. I have it written down somewhere, but every billion that comes onto the ledger sends XRP up like $1 or $2 or something like that. So like every trillion's like a $10 XRP or something like that. You guys correct me. We can go with that scale and figure it out. All right. Don't want to give misinformation though, right? I don't want to give wrong information because I'm not sure about that. I have it written down somewhere. Help me on that in the comments. If you know, shout out the answers whenever you know them, guys. Now here's the deal. It's like your batting average. I say it's like your batting average, enough of an analogy. It's like you're close enough of an analogy. It's like your batting average, right? You have only 3 at-bats, 4 at-bats, 5 at-bats. Every batting average drastically changes every at-bat drastically changes your batting average. You know that. You guys have played baseball or softball or whatever before. Bowling, I think, can be, well, I don't want to say, again, I don't want to get into things I'm not positive about, especially live, right? Because otherwise, my guy can edit it out. I can be as wrong as I want. This is fun, though, this live forum. So let me be careful to be accurate, right? I want to pride myself on being accurate here. And what I say is I think this is an accurate enough analogy between thin liquidity in markets particularly crypto markets, and a batting average. So that once you have 100 at-bats averaged in, it doesn't move that much. Once you have a gajillion players in any market, the market's not going to suffer from such liquidity and such slippage and things. Guys, tell me if I'm wrong with this. Please, give me an amen if you're understanding what I'm saying. And if I'm wrong or if you have corrections that can help me, please educate me. If I had an ego at some point, I tried to stuff it down into my butt. That is my goal ever. And if I appear as a jackass, I could give two craps because that's part of not having an ego if you can help it. Let's try to do that. That means we can keep learning and not hang on to anchored thinking and press forward and become little masters if we can in this world. So anyway, that's where we are with that whole thing. So yes, XRP can crank, and Will just might be freaking right. And XI might just explode, and XRP could go to freaking 50 to a grand by the end of the year. Holy crap, this guy's wacky. Did he just almost explode? Yes. I did almost just explode because I'm trying to tell everybody freaking 6 years. So is everybody else about XRP. I am mad. Don't worry. I know I get scary. I know. This guy's kind of scary. Don't worry. I'm cool. All right. Will, demand, scarcity. Yes. Volume and supply shock will drive XRP's price. Yes, sir. Agreed. And because of thin liquidity, if I'm over the target with this, which might not be, I think I am. Who the hell do I know? I'm a freaking contractor. I've been learning this stuff for 5 to 6 years. So you have my background. I feel like I have to say it every live so everybody knows who I am. I'm a martial arts master, what you might call a martial arts master. I'm not bragging. It's not an ego. I put in many years to achieve this level of martial arts mastery, Shaolin Kung Fu. That's what I do, Shaolin Kung Fu. Like to rhyme from time to time. Doesn't work out so well. People say I smell. See, try to have fun here. Hope you're enjoying the entertainment. I'm here for information and entertainment purposes only, but I seriously do hold a 4th degree master black belt in Shaolin Kung Fu. And I opened a martial arts school in Connecticut back in the day. So yes, I have a history in martial arts. Yes, yay for me, big deal. Anybody can do it. My wife calls me the clumsy ninja. She's like, wow, boy, for someone who's just so adept and so skilled, boy, you just kind of like clunk around the house, you stubbing your toe. And yeah, that's me. I'm the clumsy ninja. Anyway, let's get into today's talk. I think we've done it enough. XRP, why? According to my notes, why can it do this? How can it do it? All right, look at. First of all, y'all know what XRP does. If you don't, very quickly, here's part of the reason why it's going to go sky high. I said I would stop. I won't do it. I was going to rhyme again and I won't do it. Sorry. I should turn this into a, because when I get on here, I get excited and I have fun. And when I'm in that mode, my mind, it just does it on automatic. I rhyme things. Yeah, I'm a natural rhymer. I don't know why. Ripple versus the SEC, the legal catalyst in this whole thing. Let's just get into that. First of all, just a quick thing. Okay, so Ripple, San Francisco-based tech company, leverages XRP in the XRP ledger. XRP ledger makes value per transfer move at the speed of light for pennies, 0.00001 XRP per transaction. Let's talk about perhaps the possibility of XRP cranking like a son of a gun moving forward. I mean, and that XRP is at $1,000, $1,500 per share per coin, and what's the cost to move then? And that's my concern, and I wonder about that. I want somebody to please tell me about that, and I can't find any info on that. My logic tells me that I'll have to put it on X. Maybe somebody can answer me who knows this stuff better than me. But XRP, slow it down. Take a breath, Frank. You're starting to talk like David Schwartz now. Not taking a breath. Take a breath. I love David Schwartz too, by the way. Utter ridiculous genius on this planet. And awesome too, by the way. You don't want a bad you could have a bad recipe. You know, we don't need a Bond villain here. I don't think we have Bond villains in Ripple, co-founders and creators and employees and just trend centers. Guys, holy crap. Do I sidetrack, right? But is it not fun? Maybe it's not. Maybe it's annoying. So back to XRP, ODL, on-demand liquidity. Ripple, San Francisco-based tech company that leverages XRP, and the XRP ledger rocks the house with this. Assists now and jumps on the shoulders. If we think about this, it's incredible because the rails have been laid between the internet, cell phones, satellites, the messaging between SWIFT, CIDR for worldwide interbank financial telecommunications. Telecommunications, that's the basically the consortium that messages all the money across the planet to the tune of kind of like 5-6 trill through its pipes every day, in case you didn't know. And Ripple's but like 14, what is it, how many customers? Maybe it's 6,000 customers. I think it's 6,000. It might be 14,000. I could be off with that one. Don't quote me. But tons of customers across this planet that they message for and move the money, no offense, but clunkily, barely, well, a lot of updating, I think, over the years from a 1974 messaging system that was created before the internet, for Christmas sakes. Just to have fun with this whole thing. And Swift understands that, even though they have blazed the trail, blaze the trail. For now, a software-based blockchain tech company, Ripple, leveraging the XRP ledger, now to use the existing banking system to interface with it and now move value at the speed of light for pennies, literally pennies, in 3 to 5 seconds, and cross-border payments. Now, here's the deal. You can send 50 mil, you can send 2 mil, doesn't matter. The success rate is absolutely unbelievable, and I don't think it's failed yet. And you don't have to spend $20 to $50 per transaction the way you do with Swift. And if it fails, with the way you do with cross-border wire transfers now, and if they fail, you still have to pay. And do it again. So anyhow, what do you think is going to be the successful one? And are they going to topple Swift? I mean, I don't know. They're jumping on Swift's shoulders, acting as this interface, creating like if the human is Swift, and then the cyborg interface gets interfaced with Swift, and it's called the XRP ledger. And all of a sudden, these enhancements on Swift. And Swift is just like this nasty cyborg that just like is incredible. Like, see, we can kind of look at it as that. I don't know. I do. I'm weird. That's how I see it, the analogy. We should create a cool art drawing of that. I feel like that would I think that would be fun. Oh, I feel it. What are you, Jedi? You feel the Force or something? Hilarious crap. I hope I crack myself up as much as I crack you up. I mean, you up as much as I crack myself. All right, now here's the deal. We got the catalyst between the legal catalyst between the Ripple and SEC case ending. Floodgates are going to open. We got legal clarity. We got the first crypto law being put into play. We've got real world utility, global partnerships, tokenomic and supply shock. We've got math behind this. We could run through some charts on this too. Some backed up charts, some candle charts, some candly charts. We've got risk and realism to cover as well. So concerning this whole thing in my notes at least, but I don't have to cover all of it. Nelson's back in, top of the morning to you, brother man. Large volume is expected. Let's see what's going on with XRP today. How you doing, Nelson? I hope everybody's doing well today. Our cast here is about cryptocurrency primarily, but the reason why we're on at least the lives, because check our long form content. By the way, we do have our Caleb interview coming up Monday, August 18th at 5:30 p.m. Colorado time. But please remember that at the end of each of our long-form videos, excuse me, we have our bloopers at the end, which are just kind of like trying to take the edge off of boring finance that can be boring. Let's check XRP volume. Guys, I always flash with this, and I have not figured out. That's a note to self for my tech guy, Luke, to help me with how to do share screen and not look like a knucklehead. That's my question. How do I share screen and not look like an idiot, Luke, on the air live? like I'm doing now. Share screen, not clunkily like I do now, like a clunkily son of a gun. Sorry, I do it this way. I don't know how to do it. There's a way to do it. Everybody does it. All slick. I'm horrible at this. Sorry, guys. There's my share screen. Let's check out XRP today, by the way. Excuse me, XRP. What are you doing for us today on the 1 day? Look at what you're doing. I'm printing what I'm going to call a little bit of a hammer here. Volume trailing just a bit, though, not liking that. 8 a.m. volume was looking nice, Mr. Nelson. I'm not DJTing you either. You know what I mean? I'm not trumping you. I'm simply saying we had nice volume here. Okay volume actually for what we're doing. I take it back. That's pretty good volume for what's happening. Taking it back. True, I agree, Nelson. Not too shabbily. What's going on in our 7-day? Yeah, we've got some hammer time happening. And some graveyard. Don't forget Caleb and Brown. Please don't. You guys are going to want to know about Caleb. They're not an exchange. They're a brokerage. Here's the difference. You want to get your money off the exchange? You got limits. You can only get so much off each of Coinbase, Uphold, all these exchanges we're all on. We can only get some off per day. And they've said that they would do that. That's in their print. We've all agreed when we use their exchanges because they're exchanges. They're not a brokerage the way Caleb is. So there are differences. Please join us and we'll cover what they are. Not the least of which is you can't grab your crap when you want to grab your coins when they're cranking. Otherwise, you're just doing well on paper. You know what I mean? This guy's wacky. Yes, I am. And I'm having a blast. I hope you guys are having fun in here today on a lovely Saturday morning. We're 21 minutes into our stream, and we're not staying on too long today, so I'm sorry for the folks that missed our little pocket. We promised we will narrow down with some poignancy, some pinpoint accuracy, our time that we're going to come on each day, you know. Do I still practice martial arts? Nelson asks. In my head, I do. A little bit. Not much. Not like I ought to. What I still practice is Qigong. Qigong. To say it like they say as the East, Qigong. Qigong. You almost don't even say it. It's like, so people say Qigong or Qigong, and it's actually Qigong. It's Qigong. Qigong is how you say it. But that's kind of like energy healing and what you may know as Tai Chi, carrying the ball and such. You know how you carry the ball in Tai Chi? Like this. So what happens is, and I'll say it real quick since you asked. I know it's a crypto channel. Calm down, people. I thought he was going to talk about crypto. Calm down. Give you a little martial arts. Quick little, why can't I tell you? Now, the monks aren't going to be too thrilled because this stuff's for the temple, but I'll tell you real quick. So I trained from a gentleman who went to, like you would go to church or somebody would go to church. He would go to temple as a kid, and he would train with the monks. And then he got yanked out of the temple by the Marines to go train Special Forces Marines for Vietnam. So that's the quick story on him. So God bless him, and on his next ride, he has passed now, Dr. Magdaleno, but and also some naval intelligence stuff. But anyway, I don't want to get deeply into him. Definitely not talking about it on the channel here, for sure. But I'll tell you this stuff though. Waka, this stuff, waka waka. Oh my gosh, it really does do it. It really does work, whether we're imagining or not. But right now, I can feel absolutely my field touching right now. So when you do, is it you making it up? I don't know, but I literally can feel with sense in my real hand that I know is real that I'm touching and bumping it right now, my field, my auric field. So it's real, Qigong, and it's energy, and basically it's runs on the precept essentially of this concept that Energy, second law of thermodynamics, of course, that energy always wants to be lazy and move to a state of easier place or something easier. That's why semi-permeable membranes in biology work, right? And physiology work, anatomy and physiology, right? Because energy wants to be lazy. We all want to be lazy. The universe is falling towards a state of disorder. The glass wants to fall and break apart, not come together, right? We're moving toward a state of disorder. That's entropy, the second law of thermodynamics. And so that law says that, energy wants to go to a place, then there's energy all in this air. So if we give it a container literally like this and start wisping and gathering the energy, we're literally collecting it. And then what we do in Qigong is we take it and we then go like this and spread it on ourselves. And you may say we're wacky, but it's real stuff. So that's kind of like some martial arts, little talk for you. How you like that for what I did for martial arts? I didn't go to a McDonald's cookie cutter school. I got to learn some really cool like weapons and things and stuff they kind of don't teach you at a regular, which was fun and still is fun. No, I don't practice like I should. Nope. Really should. Yes. Nobody else wants to comment except for Nelson. Dominating the comments is Nelson. Will is either gone. Nope. Everybody's gone. Nobody wants to hear Frank talk. Okay. Well, anyway, we got to shoot today anyway, so let's end this stream, and that's cool. Under 25 minutes. I love how everybody else jumped off. Start talking about martial arts, everybody tunes out. Note to self. All right. Hey, you guys have a great day today. I love you. Enjoy it. We'll see you tomorrow morning. We will cover some more. Thank you for subscribing, Greg, and thank you, Patriot God. And we're jumping off. I know somebody else just jumped back on, but we got to go, guys. Check you later. Check us tomorrow morning, Crypto Info. We'll get on about 6:37 a.m. Sunday morning. Mountain time. We got a long form video to shoot right now. So I hope you have a great day, and we'll check you guys later.